Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gluttons for Geekdom Live. Today, we are talking about the Teen Titans. That's right, all of the sidekicks come together and create a group of their own, but don't call them sidekicks, because they are heroes in their own respect. So when we talk about the Teen Titans, we have to go back to the first ones, and like I said, it was really just a group of the sidekicks. So the Brave and the Bold number 54 in 1964, July, when it came out, what they were really talking about was the three heroes, the three sidekicks, if you will, Kid Flash, Wally West, Robin, Dick Grayson, and Aqualad Garfield. They came together, and up until from issue 54 to issue 60, 60 is when they said, we are the Teen Titans, and we got Wonder Girl in there too, Donna Troy. So that was episode 60. So like that actually said we are the Teen Titans, and that's when they themselves as a group came out. But if you want to play semantics, the three heroes first, and then issue number 54. So really, however you want to play that. Now, when we talk about the Teen Titans, I want to get into the animated shows, not Teen Titans Go. Don't tune me out. We're not talking about Teen Titans Go. We can go into it really quick. So after those four, those are the four establishing members. So like I said, Robin, Aqualad, Kid Flash, and Wonder Girl. And then they got Speedy, as we know, is Roy Harper. He is Red Arrow. He becomes our Arsenal, but he's Green Arrow sidekick. Aqua Girl, Bumblebee, and the first rendition, the first pairing of Hawk and Dove. If you don't know Hawk and Dove and you don't want to go read the whole thing, if you go to the Justice League Unlimited, they're in an episode with Wonder Woman, and you really get a perfect sense of what the characters are meant to do. Really good. Check that out. Marv Wolfman and George Perez, after all this happened, it ran and it did its thing. I think it went for like 60 issues, something like that. In the 80s, it had to come back. They had to revitalize it. So Marv Wolfman, George Perez, thank you, because I love me some Teen Titans. They took what we now know, and that is almost a direct interpretation of the original Teen Titans show. Because we got Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy, who was a former Doom Patrol. I didn't know that. Because if you did not know about Doom Patrol, like I said, Bob Haney and Bruno Priamani, he made Doom Patrol. Well, he co-created Doom Patrol. Bruno Priamani, and Bob Haney had made Metamorpho. So these guys both had some big genetics. If you don't know Metamorpho, it's like 4 different colors, and he can make anything. He can make himself out of all of the elements. We could do a whole episode on him because he's really fascinating. He's got a great look. I love how he looks, and he's a monster type character but we can go. We're not going to talk that much about Metamorpho, but if you like Batman and the Defenders, he's in there with Katana and Black Lightning and stuff. Great, good stuff. Teen Titans, now the one that we talked about, like I said. So again, thank you, Marv Wolfman, George Perez. 65 episodes over 5 seasons, premiering July 19, 2003, excuse me. And it is 65 episodes of awesome. These stories got deep. The one that comes right to mind is the Cyborg, when he's trying to be more than a machine, and he gets the ring to infiltrate the hive, and so he can look all normal. And he said, this is the original model, and it's pretty crazy. They went in deep. The Red X character, the Robin in disguise, if you will. I loved where they went with that. It was so good. The thing that I think Young Justice then stepped up that Teen Titans maybe could have done, but I'm not sure. At the time it was just a different time because Young Justice is a whole different animal. But we didn't see any of the mentors around ever. But we did get the Teen Titans, like the Titans Tower, and let's talk about that really quick. Dumb. It's just dumb. Like, where do you think the Titans hang out? Oh, that giant T over there. And I've seen the argument like it's so obvious that of course they would. Dumb. Okay, get a better hideout. They use Mount Justice later for Young Justice because it makes sense. The giant T is just stupid. So that was 65 episodes of awesome, and Trouble in Tokyo is what ended that out. And that's actually the season finale is that movie. That's something I just learned today. I actually seen the movie a lot. It's really good. They go to Japan, Tokyo. And I don't really want to talk too much. It's okay. It's just a very long episode. I want to talk me some Young Justice. So as we know, there's 2 seasons. There's going to be a 3rd one. Because we, collectively, as nerds, were like, we need more. Because it was just that good. And I also heard another inside scoop. According to the voice of Aqualad, what happened was, if you remember Young Justice, there was also a Green Lantern computer CGI kind of Green Lantern going around at the time, and the Green Lantern movie, and they were all supposed to trifecta. And the way some toy deals work is if you can't get enough of them, you can't get them cheap. So they would take 2, 3 licenses, put them together into a toy package, send it out, and then that would do. When Green Lantern the movie, I don't want to say bombed, but they pulled the plug, and that's actually what led to its demise, because they couldn't sell toys. They don't make a lot of money off TV, or they don't make as much money off TV as they do selling toys, and licensing that out. So when they got the pull from that, they weren't going to make cartoons just for the sake of making cartoons. But whatever's happening now, when it was announced, it was announced saying, all right, we're going to go do this. So that means nothing's probably been drawn. So we're going to be waiting on that for a while, but go to Netflix, rewatch it, or get the Blu-ray. The Blu-rays have some awesome content on it. So like I was saying, season 1, it's 46 episodes in all, premiering November 26, 2010. And at the time, I was just in my 20s. I was like, should I still be watching? Like, I was still trying to be cool and not really sure. And this person who were named unnamed, because I'm sure he doesn't want me name dropping him, very big in his field of which is comic books, gave credit to it. He's like, that show is amazing. And I felt like, okay, I could still watch it because it is. It is the most adult cartoon, adult animation out there, not counting the actual animations that our DC is putting out right now, because those are great. We're going to talk about one in just a moment. But season 1 just goes through perfectly, and it carries into number 2. But the beauty, the brilliance of it is that they put like 10 years or something like that in between them, and they call the second one Young Justice Invasion. And it's just, it goes off to a whole different level. We get a lot more people, and I love the side story of Static Shock and Apache Chief and all of them coming together. The Reach, we get a big blue beetle, and this is another one that I mentioned. We get Bart Allen, we get Impulse, who runs with Wally West and Barry Allen, and Jay Garrick's in there. I don't think they all run together at the very end. I know the 3 of them, but maybe I think Jay does a little bit of running. We do see all 4 speedsters on the same thing. We see Batman and Robin. We see all these great things. A great, amazing episode is Wally's episode of it's his birthday, and he's got to run this heart to some kid. I won't spoil it, go and watch it, but if you have to watch one episode, that's the one to do. He's running through the snow, okay? Go ahead, look it up. Last thing we're going to talk about is Young Justice. No, that's what we just talked about. Teen Titans versus Justice League, or Justice League versus Teen Titans, sorry, I don't remember. March 29, 2016. We did a whole episode on this, so go back and look onto YouTube, Podbean, or iTunes, and you can find our thing of this. I think that was either the first or second Geeking Around, so go back and take a look at that. It's a phenomenal movie. Now, the Titans, go to a carnival where there is a band playing, and the band plays a 2-minute song. That's a hard 2 minutes to watch, but you have to understand its audience of who it's shooting for, and it is shooting for somebody who would watch that scene and go, this is great. I watch it and just go, can we get back to it? Let's get back to the thing, because I want to watch that instead. We get Dick Grayson in there, and he's with Starfire, and at the end we get Cyborg 2, who's like, he's not always a Justice League member, he is the youngest by quite some bit in this new universe, and it's awkward, so he still goes eats pizza with them at the very end. It's wonderful. And spoilers, if you haven't seen the end of this, Tara, yeah, that's right, Rock, the original Earthbender, man, she was at the very end, so that's the new one, the Judas Contract. Teen Titans Judas Contract is what that's going to be called, and that is going to be phenomenal. Drop some questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want. Tune in tonight, 8:30, for Rick's. No, it's not Rick's. I always want to say Rick because that's his name, but it's Mr. Classics Combat Chronicles. I always want to say Rick Classics Combat Chronicles, but he's a Mr. He is a Sir. He deserves that. Come back, check that out. Sunday we got a new episode of the podcast dropping all about the DC Extended Universe, everything, the 3 that they've done, 2 coming out this year, what comes further. Always create new content for you, and I don't know if it's this Monday or the following Monday, or even if it's Monday, but Bobby Deuce's Game of Thrones is coming as well. Tweet at us, hit us up on Insta, do everything that you want to. I've been Nick James, and I'm so happy we didn't talk about Teen Titans Go!